Hey, good morning, fellow YouTubers. So, I want to talk a little bit about, just feeling symptoms of anything and hopefully elicit some comments of any symptoms that any individuals have been experiencing out there. So, March 13th was my last day of work. That's when we were told to start working from home. But I had agreed to go to some birthday party for a 1-year-old daughter of a neighbor on Sunday, which would have been the 15th. But God, I don't think that was wise because, we weren't really aware, we weren't really on lockdown yet, and we weren't really being safe. All the restaurants were still open and everything, no one was wearing masks. So we went to that potluck. I mean, it was so much food, and we're all standing in line, all right, bunched up by each other, and then getting this food and breathing on it and leaning over it. So it was only about maybe 2 weeks later that I got hit really hard with stomach problems, diarrhea, headache, and runny nose, and a fever. I didn't even share this with you guys because, I didn't want to look dramatic when I don't really know what it is, because I didn't have body aches. I rushed out to get a thermometer, but of course there was no thermometers to be found in CVS or anywhere. So anyways, that lasted for 4 days, where I had bad diarrhea, headaches, and runny nose, and not a real consistent fever and not real high. But I didn't have a thermometer, but from what I could tell, it was the fever wasn't the biggest difficulty. And then I felt better for about 4 or 5 days, felt perfectly fine. And then I went through 2 days with diarrhea, stomach problems, headache, runny nose. And I'm someone that pretty much, knock on wood, doesn't get sick. And so this is strange to have even first this 4-day illness, but then to get better and feel totally fine for 4 or 5 days, and then to feel bad again for 2. So only felt bad for 2, and then went for like another 4 or 5 days feeling pretty good with some slight headaches and some runny nose here and there. But I just wrote that off to allergies, seasonal allergies. But now I've just been through about 4 days with diarrhea, headaches, runny nose, and I didn't feel a fever this time, but I felt difficulty breathing and a lot more coughing, and just feeling like it was really hard to kind of really take a big bunch of air into your lungs. So thank God now I woke up this morning for the first morning in a while feeling better. But it's scary, just because we don't really know much about this. And I've never had an illness that's done this, is come back and gone away, come back and gone away 3 times now. And so that was I guess April 1st. So in 3.5 weeks, I've had this thing come at me 3 times. 4 days, 4 days off, 2 days on, 4 days off, 4 days on. So I don't know if that equals it around. So that's 8, and then 12, and then 14. Yeah, that's about 3 weeks. So because they have talked about this, people that have been recovered from it getting tested positive again. So that's what I'm scared about, because I don't feel like this thing's going to take me down and really, get me hospitalized or anything. But I've never had an illness like this that just keeps coming back. I mean, I've really focused on making sure I'm getting enough sleep and rest, and there's no reason why it should keep coming back. I've basically had a runny nose ever since like the end of March, pretty much nonstop. I don't know if you noticed in a few of my videos posted a couple weeks ago, I have a bad runny nose the whole time. So just wanted to send that out there. This is a hard time, and it's just made harder if you're feeling some symptoms that are slightly confusing and leave you wondering and scratching your head. I thought about calling my doctor and trying to go in and get tested, but without having a fever, I only had that fever the first 4 days, and it wasn't really high and debilitating, and no body aches. So I'm not gonna get tested unless it comes back harder and I have like the temperature and the lung problem at the same time. But really, every time with those 3 things I've been through, every time the worst issue was the stomach and the diarrhea. Anyways, let me know if you guys are having any symptoms that are kind of concerning you or scaring you. If you're not, really, I think that's a great thing. And just trying to keep doing whatever you're doing, because I'm not sure if it was that potluck that maybe got me some illness, or maybe it was not washing my hands enough initially and not wearing my mask initially, because I walk my dog a lot, and I was like, I'm not by anyone. Every now and then you'll come across another dog walker, and he'll go on the grass on his side, you'll go on the grass on your side, and you're 6 feet apart. So I wasn't wearing a mask when I was walking my dog. It's only been since that first illness I started wearing it when I'd walk the dog, and then even then still I was only wearing it when I was feeling sick, when I was walking the dog. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if you're feeling any symptoms that have got you nervous. Take care, everyone. Just support each other. I'll talk to you later.